Hello everyone, I'm Christina Dandar of the Potted Boxwood, and I am here with Libby at her beautiful home that has so much history here in the Park Cities. Libby, thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for coming. I enjoy following your Instagram so much. It's such a blessing and brings joy to the world every day, which we need more of. So
Thank you so much.
I love Potted Box.
Libby,
I'm flattered you're here.
Oh, we're glad to be here. Libby actually has an amazing Instagram where she talks about, it's called Libby's Movie Hunt. I'll tag it. And she talks about the latest shows and movies and critiques them. So I'm always going to her Instagram to find out what to watch on TV. So, so fun to be here. Now tell us about this house. It's beautiful.
Okay, this house was built about 23 years ago. Governor Clements and his wife Rita built it, and the builder was Richard Drummond Davis, well, the architect, and they built it in, like I said, 23 years ago. But Governor Clements was a very well-known governor in the 80s, and he was so beloved because he just was a real character. He was a Republican, either side of the aisle you were on, you loved Governor Clements. And he was just, we always were a fan of his, so it's kind of fun to own the home that they built after he was governor. After he was governor, though, he actually moved to Preston, and then they built this later in life. This was their grown-up house, and now our grown-up house.
Oh, you can just tell immediately when you walk in all the millwork and the details.
Oh, well, we love it.
So I've been talking about how this is really a historical home tour, but the house is not that old, technically.
No, 23 years old, but they made it look old, and we just love it. And my husband and I love history and collections, and this was our very favorite thing about the house. This is Zubair, which most of you probably know. It is hand painted in France. It's hundreds, how many years old? I don't know. I have a book on it, but each panel is hand painted in France, and this is the American Revolution. And what's fun about this wallpaper, it is actually what is in the White House. And a lot of times you will see the presidents standing in front of this wallpaper, giving their daily briefing or something when they're not doing their official podium at the lectern deal. They're standing in front of this wallpaper. Another fun thing about this wallpaper, if you've ever been to the Greenbrier in Virginia,
yes,
it's covered the whole downstairs. Dorothy Draper, famous Dorothy Draper, is the one who put it in. And it is just our favorite. Our other house, we had Zubair also, but it was more, we've always loved colonial homes. We had more of an exotic wallpaper. I believe it's called Hindustan, that may be wrong. But this is the American Revolution. Each little panel tells a story. Above the mantle and above the buffet is the Niagara Falls. So that's fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So we love it. And then, okay, this is a fun thing about this house too. If you'd been to my other house, my whole other house was blue and yellow. Literally everything from our old house worked in this house. It's the craziest thing. We didn't have to change many curtains. That's what was just so fun. Everybody who knows me, they're like, Libby, and that has been here, they're like, this house was waiting for you and your husband to move into it. It was a God thing. It was meant to be. It's just too crazy. We left the curtains. We bought this table from Governor Clements and his wife with their family because they're deceased. And the chairs, and this table is, well over 200 years old. And we bought the apron from them. All the chandeliers came from either Governor Clements' home on Preston, obviously not from the governor's mansion, but a lot of them got transferred from their other home, and a lot of the outside pieces. A lot of things that we have are family, been passed down, like our silver service. But my husband and I are just big collectors. So
Well, I absolutely adore it.
It's fun.
And then again, all the details, like on the fireplace.
yes, the lion, and that, I'm sure there's some story to that. I wonder if it has to do with the a biblical story.
Huh, it very well could.
Rita and Bill's designer was Gloria Nakud, and she is still living and fabulous.
And she's a very prominent Dallas designer.
Yes, and still designs.
And still designs.
And then, I'll say my old house, we put columns in our old house, and I really wanted it to be historically accurate. And so we hired Paul Garzotto, a Dallas decorator, to help it, because he has a degree in historical architecture, to do that, and he helped us with some of our furniture. But then later, my good friend and decorator, Perry Henderson, helped us, and then he helped us with this house. And I'll show you some wonderful Perry things that he did.
Oh, I'd love to see it. These
So-
sconces are beautiful.
They were here.
They were here. So you really had a lot to work with already.
Already. These chairs were here. These chairs they had on either side of the dining room table, which we do sometimes. My husband has bought a lot of our pieces at auction because he likes a deal. He loves a good auction.
Oh, that's fabulous.
So it's fun. We found those fun lines on the ground at an auction.
There we go. One more look at the dining room here. Oh yeah, those lions are so cool. Wonderful. And these are beautiful, right?
My favorite thing about this house, probably besides that room, well, I have several things, is this entry hall. And Perry Henderson, our decorator, helped us find these obelisks, and they are from Russia. And I love them because they're wood. They're cool. I loved them.
They're very cool.
And my husband found these. Oh, we got a lot of our antiques at Tomlin Antiques down in the Design Center, and he gets them from all over. We got that wonderful table at an auction. Okay, so this is a funny thing about my husband too. He only likes English furniture, very traditional, but he's letting me sprinkle in, like we did the French mirrors that we bought from Tomlin, so. And another thing you'll see as you go through the house, I love blue and white. And what's been fun about this house is I can spread out my collections.
Absolutely. The
Yeah.
collections in this home are just
Sweet.
jaw-dropping,
Well,
really.
Okay,
Oh,
this
love
is our living room, and this room was this color. And have you ever, James Farmer, the
Yes.
famous decorator,
Love
author, gardener.
James
He
Farmer.
always calls this color, as his mother said, Carl. So I always think about James Farmer because it's Carl. And some people want to say it's pink. I say it's Carl or coral or
Coral.
salmon. I like to say salmon.
It's honestly a fun mix of them both, I think. But in my mind, I've already labeled this your Amari room.
Yes. Well, that was so much fun to do with my Amari because it worked. And so this was another funny thing Perry did is he said, I go, what are we going to do? We bought that mirror from the Clements. I go, what are we going to do with my Amari? He goes, we are going to womp it up. We're going to just womp. So that's my new word. We're womping it up on the wall. And boy, did he. I think it's just spectacular.
It really
I mean, I'm not, it's him, not me. And so this room, all my furniture was yellow velvet. And so what we did is we just switched it all to more of a salmon color. And we have Fortuny all throughout the house because I love mixing Fortunys. If you'll see, they're all different fabrics. And I have found a lot of my Fortuny is vintage. And my mom and David's mom are big antiquers, and we scout around everywhere, and my sister. And a lot of these pieces are vintage pieces of Fortuny.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a neat fact.
Yeah, so that's kind of fun.
That is very fun. So I feel like collecting really runs in your
Oh, yeah.
DNA.
Well, I think both my husband and I collect because our mothers did, and we've learned. I just feel like I've had a degree in design. But what's fun about mixing my Libby's Movie Hunt, my love of entertainment, is my other love is entertaining. And, so this is our grown-up house. We're going to grow old here. Has a downstairs bedroom. And I can just entertain away. So,
Really special.
and this secretary we found in the pagoda, and it's fun. This gold piece above the secretary was one of my husband's uncles, and so that's fun. Everything throughout the house is really either we bought or something from the family that somehow we made work.
The secretary is really.
I like it.
I mean, it's incredibly beautiful.
I really like it closed. Let me show you. But I don't know.
Oh,
I like it open too.
I like it both ways because the inside, really to see that beautiful red color that complements so beautifully to the coral walls, salmon walls. We'll come up with the right color.
I know. It's what's too. We go to a lot of estate sales, and these little men were Dick Bass's, who was my father-in-law's best friend, and his wife was Rita Clements, who then later married Governor Clements.
Oh my goodness.
So isn't that funny? So we have a lot of Dick's thing from his estate sale.
Oh, that's
when he passed away.
And again, the millwork, I mean, Richard Drummond Davis
He did a great job.
Architecturally.
We'll show them all the hardware too.
Oh, yes.
That I'm sure Gloria Nakud. It's Cheryl Wagner, all throughout the house. Just such a treasure. And I don't think I appreciated it much until I got in here and realized how wonderful the hardware was. And you know, like you said, the molding and, you know.
And I feel like there's such a beautiful transition between the rooms, and also everything looks comfortable enough to sit in.
Well, I was telling you the other day that our house may seem formal, but we are very casual. I grew up in a home where literally my mom would let me take her silver service out into the backyard to play with. So she had a saying. She goes, people are more important than things.
I agree.
And so we put our feet on the coffee table. We eat in this room, which, you know, that's a no-no in some families. We eat on our bed. I mean, we live in our home. And if something spills, it spills. If red wine is poured on it, you know, we just...
That's the way that we have to live in our homes,
Yes,
right?
yes. So this is fun. This is the one, all this furniture came from my other house that was totally blue and white and yellow. So it all just worked.
Oh.
And Perry reworked the curtains, so they worked in this room.
I love the curtains, and just it feels very fresh, right? Between the curtains and those two lounge chairs.
Well, I was trying to update my other house a little bit, and because like I said, my husband likes the traditional, but I think this looks more updated. But here, let's show him the mantle. So this is one fun thing Governor Clements and his wife did. This is the state capitol of Texas.
Oh my goodness, that's carved in there. Just so people can see, this is, I mean, truly carved. Wow.
And I wonder who did this millwork on that, or the hard, you know. Well, we may have to find that out.
We might have to find that out, because that is somebody with true talent.
And then the Six Flags of Texas.
Right. A lot of people know Six Flags
Yeah.
amusement park,
Yes.
but not a lot of people know that there were Six Flags that once stood over Texas.
And I think we need to figure out a way to light this.
Yeah.
And then this is the governor's mansion
Oh, wow.
on that end.
How neat. I mean, look, the columns even stick out. I wonder if the home was designed with some resemblance to the governor's mansion, because this almost looks like it
Yeah.
could be your house here.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love a traditional home. I guess you would call this more Gothic revival or
Definitely revival.
revival New Orleans.
Right.
And our other house was definitely traditional colonial with columns. But it's funny because we were going to build our dream home, and this literally the outside of this house with the upstairs balcony and columns is what we were going to build. And then hello, you know. Oh, did I say this? That everybody's like, this house was waiting for you. Like our stuff just worked.
Well, that's wonderful when you
Yeah.
don't have to totally redo everything and have a big project. And if it was in today's day and age with the shipping of everything,
Oh,
that
yeah.
you'd be set in gold.
Well, all our we collect Saruks and Mahal rugs, and all our Saruks and Mahals worked. I mean, we only bought one rug. It's like a palace size for the dining room, and we bought that from the Clements, that more salmon rug, and they worked with ours. But my cute husband, they were tearing down some building downtown, and he went and they were demolishing it, and he went up. I wish I knew. Maybe it was the Republic Bank building, and he salvaged that eagle.
Wow.
You know, I mean, just fun.
Just fun
stuff.
history.
Yeah.
Fun history throughout. And these chairs look so comfortable.
And they swivel, so we can turn around and watch TV.
Now, do you like having swivel chairs? It's a
Love.
hot debate.
Love them.
Okay.
And then because you can turn around and watch TV here.
Oh.
And then we collect boxes. And
Love this card table. Oh my
that was my mother-in-law's.
goodness. This is perfect for playing Mahjong,
Yes.
which I've gotten
Yes.
very into
Yes.
recently.
And I put a fabric on it. I think my mom helped me with that. We wanted something to look old and needle pointed. And I believe I did a lot of Brunswick and Fee in my old house. I believe that's what all this is, either or Schumacher or Brunswick and Fee. But I kind of switched over in this house, but it's kind of fun.
Beautiful. And the ceiling alone, I focused on that a little bit. It's
Oh,
really,
yes, the ceiling.
the ceiling's just beautiful.
The obviously I love plates. One decorator was like, "Don't buy another plate," but I can't help myself. Oh, we need to talk about too real quickly. one thing in my other house, Perry came in and my mom helped me too some with this, is we redid all my lampshades. And we went to Melissa Woody at the lamp shop.
Love Melissa.
And trimmed them and lined them and got wonderful finials, which I didn't know was a word.
Yep.
And so all the finials, if you look, are really fun. They're little rocks and they fall off very
And
easily.
you did a lot of acrylic bases, I've noticed, on a lot of your lamps.
Yes. Okay. So that's the one thing I wanted to update everything and look a little more modern. So we did a lot of acrylic here and there on stuff. Like this fun egg. It looks like a Fabergé egg. I got that from Dick Bass's estate when he passed away.
It's just really neat.
I love how it all ties together.
I do too.
So
So,
okay, we'll go this way.
I love the little pop of red in the bar here.
That
That's
was here,
fun.
and I had a bar just like that in my other house. So perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then this hallway is beautiful.
Okay, you're sweet. We love this little, what do you call it? On the wall.
No, just the collection, the display, the blue and white.
I collect blue and white old Chinese, and so that's been a fun thing to collect. But again, I need to stop with the plates.
Then we have a lot of plates, but they're all so perfectly put together.
That piece of furniture at the end of the hall, you'll probably get to it, is one of our first pieces of furniture it's real old. So
It's really
chest
beautiful.
of drawers.
Chest of drawers, real wood, which we don't see a lot of these
Yeah.
days, right?
So that's fun.
Oh, this is lovely.
And this is our grown-up downstairs bedroom that we hang out in. And the curtains were here. We did not change. These are Pierre Frey, and we loved them. So we made it work.
I love the
Our other bedroom was all blue and white toile, and so I kind of had to totally switch gears and do yellow. We kind of did the walls like a little buttery yellow.
It's it's like the perfect amount of light in the yellow.
It was white, and I just thought, oh, we need a little color. And Rita Clements apparently had lots of meetings in this sitting room, like set up a table, and Laura Bush would sit in here and have visits, so it's kind of fun. This is my little hangout room.
This is where you watch your movies?
Yes.
You watch your movies in here? And
Yes. And my husband and I collect Staffordshire, and he loves that because his mother loved it. And I'm trying to get really old pieces, but I just don't know much about Staffordshire. I'm trying to learn. But this is a fun thing. I showed you the other day. I said, Perry, what are we going to do with all my hair? And I love my hair. And he goes, look, let's put it on these little sconces. Or brackets, I guess you call them, brackets. And so we displayed my hair in that way. I've never seen that before. I thought that was cute.
What a clever idea. And I love the carving, the millwork, the wood.
Yes,
here.
look at this fireplace. It's really pretty.
It's really
And I like the lighter wood, kind of the bleached or
No, that's really beautiful.
kind of fun.
It's so
So
fun.
it's fun. But the plan was to set a table in here, and maybe like David and I would have breakfast in there, but no,
Sometimes we gotta get out of the
Yeah.
bedroom.
Yes.
And then we're gonna take a quick peek into the bathroom because the wallpaper is just so sweet in here. And again, look at the hardware.
Yes.
Well, how lovely to move into a house that already has such beautiful hardware
Yes,
like
this
that.
wallpaper was here, and I love it. And it's fun. It's even above the tub, and you need to get a shot of the faucets. They're really fun. The swan.
Oh, I love it. What a great, just to even see the millwork in the bathroom is amazing. And then the door handle here. Oh my gosh, how beautiful.
And show the door handles on all the house. I just noticed recently they're all little mermaids.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. We're getting, here, let's see now. Oh, that's really neat. And you turn it this way?
You turn
to
it to open it like this, yeah.
Oh, wow. How fun to wake up with that
I love it.
every
I look
day.
at my little mermaids.
Every day. Oh my gosh, we're going.
So it's fun. More heron. This is what I copied from a mutual friend of ours. She had put brackets with Staffordshire dogs on a whole wall. And then my husband wanted some color, so we put Staffordshire on. I just thought I might cover the whole wall. I don't know. But I love that.
I feel like like you might as well. If you're going to
Yeah.
collect beautiful things, you might as well just keep
Right.
them everywhere and put together in groupings.
Right. And we're looking for something above our bed, but kind of fun.
That's beautiful. I just love hearing the history behind all the details.
Well, you're so sweet. We really had fun with it.
And then the doors too. I feel like
Yes.
just seeing how these doors are made is really
They're so pretty with the hardware.
the hardware.
So fun.
Oh, it's really
And
beautiful.
we had a place for our big pots.
Oh, these we have to talk about. I don't know if I've ever seen a blue and white pot that big.
Tomlin Antiques, again, we got those, and oh, we just were in love with them. And they've been a lot of fun.
They're beautiful.
I was trying to make this whole area, what would the word be, like a solarium, like with green.
Yes.
So I filled this baker's rack with, oh, what was it? Hydrangeas.
And how'd
Couldn't-
that do?
I don't have a green thumb. They died. My husband's like, I knew that. So all my Delft, we decided to move out here. And I love it. And in fact, I think I'm going to, again, shouldn't buy more plates, but I think we might go up.
I love it. Feels good.
And I thought these were so interesting because they're written in German. And my niece is married to a Dutch-German guy who speaks 7 languages, and he said they talk about cows.
Oh, interesting.
He-
For anybody who's
He interpreted it.
German, talk about cows. This
Yes.
is fantastic. And I love again how you use the acrylic risers.
Yes, I put all those all over, so that was fun too. You want to get this little Madonna?
Oh yes, that's really beautiful.
So that's fun. We had that piece of marble made for it. And that, that wasn't as expensive. That was not pretty. There's somebody at the design center that'll do that. That's
Really? To make a marble stand?
yeah. Perry can hook you up.
Oh.
We
well,
thought about putting it on acrylic, but that was more expensive.
Really?
Yes,
I'm
that's
surprised.
expensive.
Now we've got to take a little peek at this.
Oh, the wall.
This is one of my favorite
Me
parts
too.
of the house.
The bathroom is de Gournay wallpaper, and of course yellow, which is my favorite. Look, did you get the ceiling?
Yes, it's
Love the butter.
beautiful.
We're big butterfly people.
I love butterflies too, and I just love all the little sconces in here, and again the doors,
Hardware,
the
yeah.
hardware.
All the sconces were here.
Wow,
All the light fixtures, kind of fun.
beautiful. It's really pretty.
And all our paintings throughout the house, you'll see. They're not, spectacularly expensive museum quality, but they're good.
That's all that matters is if they work and they fit in the space, and you like them. Right?
Yes, yes. This is the breakfast room, and this is another funny thing about this house. Our old dining room had this fabric on it, and look, it worked in this room. This, again, coral color, and it worked. This is de Gournay, and I think it's one of the pretty, I really have always been a Gracie girl, and I've actually never had Gracie, but it was like, but I'm thinking I'll really love de Gournay too.
I love de Gournay. I love de Gournay and Gracie. You really can't go wrong.
I would love to do something with blue Gracie, like maybe some panels somewhere at some point in my house. And then again, it's a nice way to display our Staffordshire. And that buffet Welsh dresser we had in our other home, and it worked in that space. It's crazy.
Works perfectly.
Yeah, so fun. We found that painting in an estate sale. So it's just,
Beautiful.
again, the rugs, everything. It's just fun.
It all
This
blends
being
together.
an inside room is a little dark, and I think we made white lampshades, and I think that helped.
I agree, and I think just us having the kind of the baseboards be
Helps, yeah.
and the molding be white, kind of off-white cream. The paint color in here is beautiful.
Now, let me tell you all about entertaining. So I entertain all the time, and I think a lot of people don't want to entertain for this reason. They're worried about their baseboards being dirty. They're worried about cobwebs. Y'all, nobody's looking at that stuff.
No.
Entertain, have fun, just go with it. Like, just don't worry about, I think too many people worry about stuff that nobody's looking at,
I agree completely.
And just, people are not looking at details.
We are today.
Yeah, we are. Well,
Not cobwebs though.
Yes, yes. This is, just the kitchen was here, just like this. And
Great, look at that.
my other house, this was on my chairs in my other kitchen. It worked.
Really beautiful
Yes.
fabrics everywhere.
And I don't know who makes this wallpaper, but it is probably will be here for 100 years. It is very durable. It's almost made out of like what you'd put on a kid's placemat or something, you know?
How neat.
So it's fun. And I collect blue willow, and actually I have way more than this, and it just, my other house had it over every single wall, and I just didn't have anywhere to really display it here. Blue willow.
I love the color of the countertop.
Yes, the blue marble. And then the tile, and you know, it doesn't look old or dated. You know, in my other house I put in the white marble, which everybody's doing, which by the way worked for me. It didn't stain, you know, like everybody's worried about, but I liked this. And my mom has always had tile in her kitchen, so that felt familiar to me. Did you get the tile above and on the range? I think that's real pretty.
It's really beautiful, and then it's so neat too, the tile on the sides here.
And I love religious pieces, like this old needlepoint. And I have a few more. There may not all be out. Right here, I was collecting samplers, I believe is what you call them.
Huh.
And this was simply to be clean. But I've always, you know, I don't have a room. I gotta put some of it up.
It's beautiful. I'm excited to show the tile in the bar.
Yeah, it's fun. This is real fun. So this is the Butler's Pantry and Bar, and they put, again, Governor Clemens and his wife put all these little tiles about things about Texas. A lot of county courthouses, just historical places. State Capitol, our state bird, which is the mockingbird, and the Alamo.
As someone who taught third grade Texas history,
Yeah.
even though I'm from Florida, I do appreciate this.
Just a lot. Bishop's Palace, I believe, is in Galveston, maybe. Governor's Mansion, Hopkins County, Fort Worth Union Station,
Oh, really?
Administration Building.
Old Red, the University
Old-
of Texas.
Yes.
Wow. The history is very neat.
My aunt, Betsy Price, was the mayor of Fort Worth, and she thought this was a lot of fun because it has some Fort Worth things in it.
Oh, I really do think it's great.
So she came over and just got such a kick out of this. And there's a lot more of these tiles that I think I need to find something to do with.
Right.
And again, they pulled this over into here. So it's great for parties, you know, just go back and forth.
Absolutely. And I love this kind of sitting area right here in the hallway.
Well, when we've had parties, I found, my kids are all in their 20s, and I'd find some of them sitting out here in the hall. So this yellow velvet was my whole other house with the blue. That was the whole look of the other house.
That's right.
And then again, the blue and white old Chinese. So it's fun.
It's really beautiful.
I love this mirror. I guess they call them kind of a pillow mirror. You might want to take a little shot of this. I thought this, you don't have to get up close, but I collect soapstone, and I'm like, what am I going to do with that? I came up with that. I decorated that on my own.
I love this. And then this leads to, is this a back staircase?
Back staircase upstairs, yeah.
We'll go up this way. So I just can't get over. I feel like people need to see just the collections and the layer, but again, the way the doors and the moldings and the millwork, it just really adds such a
Show them
depth.
this door. Look, this goes, you know, obviously from the kitchen into the dining room. This is like a little cat. Or is it a cat or a dragon? I hope it's not a
I
dragon.
don't know what it is.
I think it's more like a cat.
It kind of looks more like a cat. This is the only thing that makes it look like a dragon.
You know, but stuff like that is just, and then you can close that off while you're eating, and
They make it unique and special.
and all the light pictures are kind of fun.
They're beautiful. And just this grand entry, I love it. I'm going to give one quick shot of the
Yes.
blue and white on the top of the stairs here.
And this was another thing we always wanted to build in home, but we were like, the problem with building a staircase like this is it takes up a lot of square footage. But, you know, it was already done, so we didn't have to worry about that.
I don't have to worry about it.
And this, I think this is an Italian piece, but we like it.
It's really beautiful. And then I love kind of all the layering of stairs and steps, and now we can kind of really see out from up top here.
And I'm thinking about covering that whole wall with blue and white, but we'll see.
Well, we can take a vote on it. I
Yes.
think that would look beautiful.
Yes.
I really, really do. Just to have a great overall view of the house from up here is amazing. And the light fixtures.
Maybe we'll have a wedding here someday.
Well, that would be fabulous. We got to get the children married, right?
Nobody's married yet.
Nobody's married yet. Well, Libby, thank you so much for touring us through your beautiful classic home. We just love it so much.
I loved having y'all. Thank you for coming and touring. I'm such a fan of the Potted Box, and I have been for years. You bring so much joy and light to our world, so thank you.
Oh, well, thank you. And I definitely love Libby's movie hunt. I'll tag it below. Definitely look out from when she posts movie critiques and show reviews. It's been really helpful
You're
to find
sweet.
what to watch on TV.
It's fun. I love entertainment, and I love entertaining, and I love having y'all here. So thank you, Christina.
We're so grateful. Thank you, and thank y'all for watching. Bye.
Bye.